went to South by Southwest in 2009, and I was determined to try to figure out how real was this. Now, I've been on Twitter since February 2007, and for me it's the way I communicate, but I was just seeing how disruptive this was in the worlds of advertising and celebrity and media and politics. And so I wanted to do an event that figured out whether or not this was bullshit or not, figured out, how real this was. And so when I first announced the first 140 in New York City, I didn't have any friends in advertising who used Twitter. I didn't know any celebrities. I certainly didn't know anyone in politics, and I didn't know anybody in the media. And I suddenly put out a call for speakers. To my utter surprise, one of the first people who reached out to me was Al Jazeera from Qatar and from Doha. And so they actually said they wanted to send somebody to New York City to talk about their social media strategy and how Twitter had changed how Al Jazeera works, and I thought it was kind of cool. And the next person, literally my email chain, the next person who reached out to me was the Israeli embassy. You know why the Israeli embassy reached out to me? Because it turned out, starting in 2008, they were using the U.S., UK, and Israel was using Twitter for public diplomacy. And I had a whole serendipitous chain of command, and so I did this event. And we didn't plan it that way, but it turned out the week before the New York City 140 conference, Time Magazine put Twitter on the cover. And how dare it happen, but the Sunday before the Tuesday of the conference, there was this elections in Iran. And trust me, I don't think anybody from San Francisco's Twitter office went to Iran to talk to the would-be dissidents and said, tweet it out, and take their images and put them on YouTube. But something happened that day at the conference. A bunch of people came in green, including Wycliffe, and there was a solidarity. It was something that just triggered something, and I realized that what I thought may have been total bullshit actually was really real. And a friend of mine in the audience was from my friend Becky McRae. She's based in Alva, Oklahoma, which is a really small town. And she made it all the way to New York City, and she explained to me that what happened in New York that day was a farming term called hybrid vigor. If you're into farming, hybrid vigor is what happens when crops that are not necessarily related crossbreed, and something happens from that. But in terms of, in the physical sense, people who came to that first conference connected from different backgrounds and different walks of life, and it was a fairly amazing experience that ensued. And so that was from that point forward, I knew we were onto something.